Hi everyone, this is Hope Stanger, founder of Therapy Beyond Walls, The Holistic Empire, and Ecstatic Eating, and author of Weigh Your Words and Throw Away Your Scale, The Jewish Woman's Guide to Losing Weight and Feeling Great. Hello to everyone. It's super wonderful to connect with you. It is April, and it is a very different April around the planet than any of us thought it would be. So I wanted to really talk about how we can help ourselves during this time. And, what came to me is that because there are so many emotions going on, cannot predict what each person's personally experienced because everything is a personal experience right now. But there can be anxiety, and there can be fear, and there can be grief and sadness, and there can be paralyzation. But mostly all of that connects to the fact that what came up for me is that cortisol is running really, really high right now. And there's this hyper awareness that we never thought that we would have, right? This flight or fight. That only in extreme situations have people experienced that, right? So, and in trauma situations. And now it's like a regular situation that's irregular, right? But it's on a daily basis that you might have cortisol running through you and not even realize that this is happening. But it's like a hyper alert. Where you turn, who you turn to, what can you do, what can you touch, what should you do every day, how do you be with yourself, what do you do if you walk out the door, and on and on and on and on and on. What I want to focus on is really how we help ourselves with that and the tools for grounding. And one of the most important things that I've been talking about, when I do these monthly newsletters is how to start and end our days with grounding. And now even more so than ever, how when we open our eyes, when we step onto the floor, out of bed, what do we do to give ourselves a groundedness so we don't feel like we're, all up there and like walking into our day with panic? Because that can happen. You can go to sleep and have fear come up right now. You can wake up and have fear or depression or anxiety come up, or not at all, right? It can be anything or nothing. There's no absolute on anything, but there is this underlying cortisol running. So I thought that what I would simply do is a clearing, grounding meditation, and also just to remind you to include the things. It can be little, right? It's not about to-dos or seeing what 10 other people are doing on Zoom or on phone calls, but it's just for yourself to say, what keeps me grounded? We know we want to move our bodies a little bit every day because we're much more sedentary than we used to be, but that can look any way you want it to, but just to stretch out a little bit, to balance your food a little bit, to get some thoughts down on paper, to get quiet and send the breath downward, which is what we're going to do today, to speak to somebody who reminds you how wonderful you are and how they're there for you, to just connect and ground, and to remind yourself to mother yourself up, to give yourself a lot of really amazing mothering, fathering, parenting. Whether you have parents or you don't have parents, give that to yourself as well. So we can all close our eyes. I'm just going to lead us in a little meditation. And I want you to just notice where you're at right now. And some of what we do when we're doing breath work is to simply observe without judgment, without criticism. Be a witness to your own breath. So first observe, is your breath flowing smoothly? Is it completely open in all the channels of your body? And we're going to work through the 7 energy centers today. If it's not, Just thank your body for showing up. Literally, inside of yourself, say thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up. And I ask your permission to open up a little bit more. And so the intention with our breath is to pull it up from the earth, where all the frequency of grounding is. Think about the trees that are still blooming and the flowers that are coming up or are blooming or have bloomed. Think about the fruits and the vegetables that are still growing. Those are all getting their energy from the earth. So I want you to notice your feet. Notice them on the ground. If you're lying down, if you're sitting up, just feel the connection like a cord of energy from the bottom of each of your feet running right into the earth, and the earth is sending that energy up right through the bottoms of your feet. Breathe that earth energy up through the bottoms of your feet. Let it flow all the way up and all the way down. And I want you to notice, without any judgment, as you breathe in, is your breath feeling locked up? Are you feeling anxious, or are you feeling completely calm right now? Whatever it is completely normal and completely fine. Just ask permission of your breath to move up all the way from the bottoms of your feet, through the crown of your head, and then back down again. Follow your breath. It can be helpful to do it with your mouth closed. So you're really breathing in a full body breath. And then if you just let it out the same way, you're going to hear your breath like you're going through a tunnel. I've mentioned that before. So just keeping your mouth closed, breathing all the way in, breathing all the way out. We're going to run through our 7 energy centers, our chakras, and we're going to open each of them through our breath, through every breath that we take. So what you want to do is really slow down the breath. If you feel any racing going on, just notice it and remember that you are so well taken care of and that the breath actually helps to ground you. And meet yourself where you're at. Say, I totally meet myself where I'm at. It's completely fine that this is going on, and I'm going to continue to breathe. So breathing in through the bottoms of your feet, sending the breath through your tailbone and 360 degrees, the whole surrounding area, your first chakra that connects to survival, thriving, identity, the right to be here, and just to ground. So allow that root energy to pull up with every breath that you take. Send it right to your tailbone and the whole surrounding area. Breathing in all the way up, exhaling all the way down. On your next breath, breathe into your whole groin area, your hip opening, sexual centers, the second chakra. And allow that area to open up with your breath, creating an opening, releasing the fears that are held there, all the aspects of survival, and breathing in a rooted breath, a thriving breath, a grounded breath into your second chakra. Breathing all the way up and all the way down, letting the breath go right down into the earth on the exhale, right up into the sky on the inhale. Take a deep breath in from the ground, from the earth, and breathe into your belly, the third energy center, or a source of self-worth and confidence all exist, and sending a full breath of energy, vitality, and groundedness right into the center of your belly, your abdominal center. Breathing in and breathing out. Sending up into the sky anything you want to release on the inhale, sending down into the ground anything you want to release on the exhale. On your next inhale, breathe in right to your heart center. You can put your hand on your heart, the source of all emotions that we store. Breathing in and breathing out. Asking this very large organ to open up, release, and expand with healthy energy coming right from the earth. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting your heart center open wide and connect to the loving part of yourself. Love yourself up with every breath you take. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhale, breathe right into your throat. Touch your throat center, your thyroid. We often store fear right in that part of our bodies. It's a source of full self-expression, full communication, speaking up for yourself. Breathing a full body breath from the earth right into your throat. Breathing in and breathing out, expanding that whole energy center. Letting your throat open up. Letting your own ability to communicate open up. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next breath, breathe right into the space right between your eyebrows, your third eye, your source of intuition, your pineal gland. Bring right into that spot all your breath. Allow yourself to connect with your truth, with your knowing, with your groundedness, with the source of all that who you are, all that you believe. Breathing in and breathing out. All the way up and all the way down. And on your next breath, coming up from the earth, breathing your breath all the way up through the crown of your head, and releasing it. Sending the full breath through your whole body, letting a little sound out to release. Breathing in, exhaling, sending the breath all the way down through the earth. Imagine that this breath expands you larger, become 3 inches larger in your energy than your physical body is. Imagine this breath showering down upon your whole body and grounding your energy into the earth. Feeling everything calming, slowing, your adrenals, your endocrine system, your thyroid, your cortisol. For this time together, it slows down, it balances, it connects. Set an intention. Set an intention for today and for the week ahead that grounds you and connects you, that reminds you who you are every day. See a word or a phrase or a sentence in front of you that's your intention for yourself, that you're giving yourself with love. Hold on to that feeling for another moment. And then slowly, 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 with a very soft focus, come back to our space together.